Let me also have my take on the President's speech, Honorable Speaker. And I'll just begin by first congratulating His Excellency the President, as I also take this opportunity to welcome him again to Parliament. I think those of us who are around this lunchtime, we were glad to welcome His Excellency the President as he joined members of Parliament and senators for lunch. And because, as you witnessed during his speech, he says he promises an administration that will be dedicated to the just and fair governance of all Kenyans. When he visits the precincts of Parliament, he does so not just as a former member of Parliament, but also as the head of state and a friend to this House, and clearly showing his very clear intent to work, as he said during his speech and his address to the nation, in a bipartisan manner for the best interest of the people of Kenya. Honorable Speaker, you will see from his speech, other than appreciating the difficult election that was very close that we just came from, and the beauty of our democracy and how well our democracy is evolving, that for the first time in the last close to 20 years, we've been able to go into an election and emerge from that election without having to lose lives out of post-election or pre-election violence. And Honorable Speaker, Kenyans being able to get back to their places of work and their businesses and continue with life after voting and having their leaders in place. And I think it's not just something that we commend His Excellency the President and his administration for steering us through. Because I do remember, Mr. Speaker, when we were going through around the country campaigning, His Excellency the President was emphatic that there will be no people throwing stones. There will be no rigging of elections. There will be nobody swearing themselves in, and we shall have a peaceful country after the elections. And I think by God's grace and the gracious people of Kenya, we were able to attain that. Honorable Speaker, I must commend the people of Kenya that we have set in motion a new trajectory where we go into elections, vote in our leaders, and we continue with our lives and expect that those who lose elections accept the results of those elections and move on with life and help those that have won not only to govern but to act in the best interest of Kenya. And that is why even in his address to this House, His Excellency the President was quite clear that he intends to bring legislative agendas to this House that will require a bipartisan approach, because there is nothing in the plan. And when I talk about the plan, I talk about the manifesto of the Kenya Kwanza Coalition. There is nothing that we put in that plan that was there by mistake. There is nothing we put in the plan that was in the interest of anybody within the Kenya Kwanza Coalition. But everything in the plan